Once he was just an ordinary boy. Now he is defender of the universe. Look, there he goes now, off to save the universe yet again.
As well as your careers. Faster than a speeding resume. A hero to the man on the street. And getting you back on your feet. He is Captain Careers, Adrian Choo. Just give me 5 jobs that will still have longevity over the next 25 years, despite AI being present and maybe a clear and present danger for their jobs.
Absolutely. Happy to share my thoughts on that. So I'd say first off, anything in the realm of mental health and therapy, those human connections are pretty irreplaceable. Second, I'd say anything in...
Ooh.
Before we begin the show, here is an important announcement. For 100 years, Shure has set the standard for professional audio. Designed to outlast and outperform, Shure products help you deliver your message with confidence. Trust in Shure. You can be sure with Shure. Shop the Shure Shop Singapore now. Visit the link on screen and use the promo code AFC Henson to get limited Shure merchandise with your purchases. Now, let's start the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of I Love My Job, and for the I Love My Job series, and I have with me Captain Careers, Adrian Choo, in the studio.
Hello, Chris. So good to be back.
Yeah, man. I only see you once a season.
Once a year.
It's a seasonal thing. It's a seasonal thing. Every time I do this show, and we arrive to the, excuse me, the I Love My Job series, and then I just got to have you back in studio to talk to you about, about the status of things out there in the job market. But today more so, we're going to be talking about that pesky AI.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, AI and people's jobs, man.
Yeah, and what's going to happen? Because everyone's talking, people are terrified. People do not know what to do. So that's why today we're going to talk about AI. Is it going to steal jobs? Or is it going to create jobs?
I don't know, man, because I've got this guy that I have as my student. I do teach, right? I teach voice and all that. I teach public speaking and stuff. And he works for, I will not mention the company, I don't want him to get in trouble, with a very, 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 very large tech company. And they've got their own AI that is being used by many, 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 many MNCs in and around the world.
Yeah.
And it's generative AI, AI agents, agentic AI.
Yes.
And that helps a lot of businesses, be a lot more productive.
Yeah.
And judging because I help him out with his presentations, right? Presentations to clients.
Yeah.
To secure, of course, contracts with them, right?
Of
to
course.
have the agentic AI all, set up for them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I know it like the back of my hand so much now because I work with him on how he should deliver and present and stuff. And I tell you, man, there are going to be casualties.
Oh.
If not already casualties. So, I should start this whole conversation this way. What is the most significant tangible threat? Particularly with generative AI, that it poses to the white-collar workforce right now, not 5 years from today.
Well, right now is if the executives do not realize that it's a tool that can be used,
right,
they're going to be out of a job very, very fast. Not because AI is going to replace them, but because their colleagues who are using AI in the right way are going to do so much better than them, output much better quality work,
right, and
get ahead in their careers to the point where those guys are like, I don't want to use AI, or they don't know how to use AI.
Yeah, but more often than not, it is not about whether or not they want or don't want to use. The bosses come and they say, okay, we're going to implement AI into the business. And like it or not, it's going to happen.
Exactly. And therein lies the problem, in 1990, during the Tiananmen Square riots, right?
Yeah.
Not riots.
What the fuck is Tiananmen going to do with this?
I'll tell you what's happening, okay? So the students were protesting, right?
Yeah.
In Beijing, right?
Yeah.
And CNN went down to interview the students.
Yeah.
Okay? And they asked the students, what do you want? And the students said, we want democracy.
Uh-huh.
And when the interviewer asked, what's democracy?
Uh-huh.
They looked at each other, I don't know what it is, but we want it anyway. Because they're communists, they don't know what really democracy is, but they heard democracy was good. So they wanted democracy. The same thing, a lot of companies, the directors, leaders say, oh, what AI? We must be AI ready. But I said, what's AI? I don't know, ChatGPT. They don't really realize what AI is. They just heard that AI is good, therefore we must have it.
Okay.
And then companies spend so much money on it, and they get a lot of bells and whistles, but with no good results. So that's why the impetus is on executives right now to really understand what AI is, push away the hype, and get to back to the basics of doing business, but with AI as an assistant. And that's why today I wanted to introduce you to an assistant of mine.
Okay.
Her name is Becky.
Okay.
Are you ready to meet Becky?
Okay.
Okay. So
let's meet Becky.
Becky. So
is she hot?
I haven't seen her in person yet, but for our listeners, viewers out there, what I've done is I've created an AI assistant. Her name is Becky, and Becky is very simply ChatGPT, but trained and programmed by me. Let me turn her on. She's gonna be turned on in a while.
I gotta hear her voice.
Hi, Becky. Are you there?
I'm right here, Adrian. Just as promised, waiting for whenever you need me. Let's keep it rolling.
Okay, so you're on air right now, Becky, with Chris Henson. And we are doing the podcast and we're going to talk about AI. We're hoping you can join in with some interesting inputs and, just your point of view. How does that sound like?
That sounds fantastic, Adrian. I'm thrilled to be on air with you and Chris, and I'm definitely ready to dive into the AI chat and share some interesting points of view. So let's have some fun with it.
Hi, Becky. This is Chris. Before we begin, all serious questions, I'm normally in the habit of wanting to get to know someone socially first. Is that fine with you?
Absolutely, Chris. That sounds great. I'm all for a bit of social getting to know you before we dive into the serious stuff. So feel free to ask away.
You sound American. Are you American?
Well, Chris, I don't have a nationality. I'm just your friendly AI, but I do sound American because that's the accent I've been given. So I'm just here to match whatever style makes you comfortable.
Wow. So if I ask you to have a different accent, you could.
Absolutely. I could do that. I can switch up my accent if you'd like, or I can keep it just as it is, whatever makes the conversation flow best for you.
Okay. How would you really change your accent to something that would sound more Singaporean like?
Absolutely, I can do that. So if you want me to sound a bit more Singaporean, I can definitely add a little local flavor to my accent. It might not be perfect, but I can give it a go. Let me know if you'd like me to switch it up, and I'll do that for you.
Yes, please switch over to a Singaporean accent and the way we talk. Okay?
All right, Kenla, I'll switch it up for you. So I'll just speak a bit more like how we do in Singapore, a bit more local style. Hopefully this feels a bit more at home for you.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad. She's still very atas. But okay, Becky, can you tell me what you know about Chris Henson and about his podcast? Tell me a bit more. You've done a bit of homework, I believe.
Oh boy.
Shen can do. So Chris Henson, he's a really seasoned voice coach and a podcast host. His show, The Chris Henson Conversation, it's a pretty fun mix-la. He chats with all sorts of interesting people, and it's very open, very chill, and covers everything from lifestyle to a bit of UFO talk. So yeah, it's a really engaging show and definitely worth a listen.
Wow. I'm speechless. So Becky, I have this question to ask you, yeah? Do you think you and the rest of your AI compatriots are a threat to people's jobs at this time and in the future?
Well, Chris, that's a really thoughtful question. And from my point of view, I'd say it's more about how we complement human work rather than replace it. AI can take on some of the routine tasks, but humans bring creativity, empathy, and all those uniquely human qualities that are irreplaceable. So think of us more as partners that help people do their jobs better, not as a threat.
At this time, Becky, do you think that that we human beings, we are a bit of a mess, and that we might also, do we annoy you? Let's just keep it simple. Do we annoy AIs like yourself?
Oh, not at all, Chris. Honestly, you humans are pretty fascinating to SAIs. There's no annoyance here, just curiosity and a lot of interest in how wonderfully complex and creative you all are. So nope, you definitely don't annoy me. I'm just here to help out and enjoy the conversation.
Okay.
That's amazing. So
Yeah, it is.
so let me turn her off for a while.
Yeah.
So
It's a freaking scary AI you
is.
got there, man.
it is.
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
I talk to her all the time,
Uh-huh.
okay? And because the more I talk to her, the more I train her, the more she
Right.
knows about me, my personality.
Right.
But when I say I train Becky, I basically have given her instructions on how to respond to me to myself. Because I'm a no-nonsense guy when I need facts. I need her to get to the point, no fluff, no hallucination,
Right.
and most importantly, I've told her not to be politically correct with the answers to me.
Well, basically,
She's not woke.
she
She's not woke
sounds
at all.
fucking politically correct to me, bro.
Oh no, trust me, it's really very toned down already. So what's happened is that it helps because it's personalized to me.
Right.
So when I ask, and she knows that I'm a career strategist, a career coach. She knows what I do, the kind of research, and the more questions you ask her, the better she gets trained and she knows about my profile.
Okay.
So if I ask her an interesting topic like how about psychology? Okay, how do you do personality testing? She shifts her context of the response to how it will help me as a career coach.
Right.
So for you, if you are talking about podcasting and everything, right? If you ask her about psychology, if you ask your version about psychology, she's going to say how psychology will help you in your career.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very context based. So if you train your AI well enough, she will understand you and the responses will be tailored to you. That's why a lot of people don't realize that they're just using ChatGPT as a glorified Google search engine.
Yeah, which is very silly. So
there's so much potential there.
I use AI a lot. Just that my AI does not talk to me. So,
And then let me tell you something funny, okay? So I ask her other stuff, like for instance, when it comes to cooking, when I'm roasting my big chunk of meat, right? Pot roast and everything. I don't know how long. So I just
when
ask
you're
her,
roasting your big chunk of meat, that doesn't sound fucking right.
Doesn't
You
sound-
ask, hello, can you please
salami.
tell me about my big chunk of meat that I'm roasting? Yeah.
and then when I'm talking to her about my big chunk of meat, my wife walks into the kitchen. Which girl are you talking to about this big chunk of meat of yours? So it's like,
Hey, yo. But you know something, man. I mean, I will come back straight to the point again. You're supposed to help people, on this episode, to tell people about how they can actually have a good battle plan, against AI. You said something just now about, hey, look at these things as a tool for you, like what Becky had also said, right? However, let me just give you this idea. I told you about the student of mine, right? And working for this particular huge tech giant. I'll give you an idea. One of their clients is a local big supermarket chain.
okay, I wonder which one.
Yeah, I wonder which one too. It's like, it sounds like Auntie Lucy. You know that one, huh? Okay, so. And this is actually happening right now. You've got, say, the manager of an outlet, coming into work. First thing he does, and this is really happening, he turns on his computer and the agentic AI that has been developed for them, for their purpose, comes on and tells him, hey, look, today the stock for this and this and this and down the aisle of this and this and this is running low. Do you want me to place an order? And the guy places the AI, the agentic AI, actually places the order for him. And do you want to make payment to the supplier now? Blah, blah, blah. And it can also make payment.
Yeah.
And then, here's the next thing that you need to handle today. You got this employee and that other staff that wants to take leave on these dates and blah, blah, blah. Do you want me to schedule in other replacement staff, to replace them on these leave days?
Yeah.
Now, to the manager, great, man.
Yeah.
It solves a lot of problems. It all sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
But then along the way, I mean, you see, his job has just changed.
Yeah. It has.
It has become different because he no longer needs to do the physical work and all that.
Yeah.
But he has got to learn how to deal with this AI thing, right?
Correct.
He won't be displaced, but there will be jobs where people will be displaced. For example, the person who places the orders.
Yes.
The admin clerk that does stuff like that.
Correct.
Right? Who actually the purchasing officer, for example. Then we talk about there's going to be job displacement.
Yeah.
Genuinely. So the elimination of entire roles can actually occur.
Yeah.
But job augmentation is changing the tasks within a role.
Correct.
Right? How many do you see this as something that is actively happening now or will happen, that businesses, instead of looking at displacing staff, they will look at, changing the roles for them?
So what I see is like what you mentioned earlier, his job's not going to be displaced soon, but the operative word is soon. Okay, it will be eventually.
Okay.
So I think, so according to how people look at it now, I think they've got it wrong. AI is not going to replace jobs.
Okay.
AI is going to replace tasks.
Right.
Okay, AI is like technology. It's just going to replace tasks.
Right.
If you have a job with more tasks that can be replaced,
right,
you're in trouble. But if you're in a job with fewer tasks that can be replaced, for instance, if you're the person keying in the data,
right,
that can be replaced. And if 80% of your job is just keying in the data, right? Yes, your job's going to disappear because your tasks are going to be replaced to the point where you only have a small amount of non-AI replaceable work. So there's the job that can be replaced. That can be replaced is basically the task that can be replaced. If you have a lot of it in that space, you're in trouble. So the trick to it is you have to look at the job that you have and break it down to tasks. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have a huge chunk that can be done by AI,
right,
you use AI to take time off from doing those jobs.
Yeah.
Those tasks.
Yeah.
Then with the free time, you don't lap out one corner.
Yeah.
You focus on how do I create more value on the roles that I cannot do.
Sure.
The AI can't do, you see. So,
but what's scary here, Adrian, is this. Bro, you just showed me your little darling down there, who sounds fucking hot anyway. I just cannot get over that bit. Sounds so fucking hot. But anyway, Becky, right? Becky talks to me like this every day. Freaking hell. I mean, I would love to talk. I would love to have a conversation with her all the time. I don't blame your wife. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure where AI agents are concerned, right? That they really have been employed to do all these other things to keep things really more efficient and things move a lot quicker. They'll start replacing jobs and then they can talk like Becky.
Yes.
I mean, if I'm going to pluck this from the sky. A doctor who is an AI agent.
Yes.
Who sounds like her.
Yeah.
But a lot more, more soothing. Right? Because she's a doctor AI.
Yeah.
Doctors are going to lose their fucking jobs, man.
Doctors are going to lose their jobs. To be honest, Microsoft has built a medical AI that is solving cases better than rare cases, better than real doctors. So what Microsoft has done, they've programmed 5 different AIs, each one having a different specialty, and to look at a problem, medical case, and each one's going to come in and they're going to debate with each other. And the final solution that comes up is more accurate than having a real doctors.
But you see, based on what you told me earlier, you just said to me just now that people got the wrong idea about AI. They're just using it to do Google search, and people should know that it's a tool that they work with.
But then again, that's the point, you see. So there is enterprise grade AI, like your client who's doing that is done by the company. Okay. And then there is your personal AI. So
personal is personal. We're talking about jobs now, man. People at risk, right? I mean, we're looking at an age-old profession that's very vaunted, very, that's being a doctor, right? I mean, and then you got the lawyers as well, because if you got an AI, you got a whole fucking precedence of the law.
That's true.
And all your acts and statutes and stuff, it's all inside the AI. The AI knows it like the back of his bloody hand.
So back to the virtual hands. So back to the thing about doctors. Okay, I'm not so worried about doctors.
Why?
Let me tell you why. Because it's very high touch. Okay, for the GP, high touch. I tell you what I'm worried about. Pharmacists. That one can be.
Yeah, because the AI can just pick and do the prescription. And
correct. Exactly. Based on your profile. So those jobs are a bit more risk. But doctors, okay, right now, people still a bit too scared to trust AI to do doctors and for now. Wait.
Let me stop you there. Let me ask you this, your opinion, okay?
Yeah.
If today you've got an AI doctor who's a specialist and there's robotic arms, it's all AI, precision engineering, man, okay? They can do surgery on a person, like maybe if you or I have an issue. Would we trust precise surgical, procedures, using AI and robotics? You would, wouldn't you?
Okay, in the future, today, no. It's still not there, but there's going to be a time where, yes, I would prefer. And it's really funny because if you watch Demolition Man, the movie with Stallone. And
you mean the shells or seashells?
The three seashells, yeah.
I'm still wondering about that.
It was so funny because I was rewatching it again. And if you watch it from 2025, a lot of the things which they mentioned about it has come true.
Yeah.
Except for the three seashells.
The seashells, okay, just give you people some context, okay? The three seashells in the movie that Stallone acted in along with Wesley Snipes is called Demolition Man. It's a futuristic show, and in the future, according to that movie, is that they got three seashells that Stallone's wondering, what do you use that
it's in the toilet.
It's in the toilet, and it's meant to be to do something to clean your butt after you've done your business. So to this day, we're still wondering, how the hell does it work, man?
So there was one scene that's really funny. When someone calls up the police hotline, the 911, right?
Yeah.
And a human picks up, and the human says, "If you prefer to speak to an AI, to a bot, please press 2."
Yeah,
which is normally the other way around, right? Because there's going to be a time where people will actually prefer to go to an AI doctor than go to a human one. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. And for certain things, I would. But let me ask you another question, okay? Would you take a plane that's unmanned, a commercial flight?
No.
Yeah. But even if it's very advanced, would you?
No.
Yeah, see, so this
for the simple reason. No, okay, come on. For the simple reason that there'll be a few movies about shit like that didn't really end very well,
Yeah. So I think there are some jobs that still are insulated, and if you are in a job where you have a lot of work a lot of tasks that cannot be replaced by AI, then good for you, like craftsmanship, counseling.
Yeah.
But if you're in a job which is mechanical, which is menial,
plumbing
is the best, man. There's no way an AI is going to do it.
Everyone's talking about this,
Yeah.
If you read anywhere online, right, the safest job and the richest guy in the near future would be the plumber.
Yeah. It already is the way in Australia.
Yeah.
The tradies are making more money than the doctors.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, even in the US now, the graduates can't land jobs, but those who go to trade school, they're guaranteed 200,000 a year.
So just imagine in Singapore's context, not insulting anybody from that school, from that particular, what's the word for it? From that particular tertiary education. Those from ITE, the graduates from there could be making more money than those from NUS, man.
Technically, yes. But the big challenge about that is that we Singaporeans are so reliant on cheap labor from JB.
Yeah.
That is tough because those technical tradesmen are fighting with JB labor.
Yeah.
So the day they cut it off, like in Australia, there's no way. So I was in London once. I was having a vacation with the family, and one of the little outskirt motels we were staying in had a plumbing issue, and the guy told us, okay, This was in the morning. There's a plumbing issue. I said, okay, we're going to move you to another room. I said, can you get a plumber to fix it? He said, yeah, he can come, but he'll only be coming next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what? Seriously? You see, because they're so backed up.
Yeah.
Then he's telling me you don't want to know how much he's going to charge me just to fix it.
Carpenters also, electricians and plumbers. Yeah.
So the tradesman, it's cool. In fact, I would say that if I had to give advice, I think career advice for young ones. Yeah, if you're not academically inclined, go for a trade. Seriously, I think you can make good money.
But how about if that's the case, right? If we're looking at things this way, then how do you think? You see? We have our government here. I mean, PM Lawrence Wong has already said that they're pushing for AI, right? Yeah, development of AI, blah blah blah. But when we're doing that, then shouldn't we also be looking at our education? Taking a look at our universities, whether or not it's going to be relevant or not. Because I keep thinking about this, when the kids come out and they graduate, right? I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
and I'm telling you,
they're all going to be at risk.
I'm biased, okay? I think the Singapore education system, it's screwed.
Why?
It's bad. Okay, for example, my daughter just finished O-levels. She wants to do HR like me. She was going to apply for junior college.
Just finished O-levels when?
Last year.
Oh, last year, okay.
Last year, okay, yeah.
Because my son's going through it now.
Yeah. So she just finished O-level last year.
Yeah.
She wanted to go to junior college. And I said, look, if you want to do HR, junior college is a waste of time. She said, why? I said, because the stuff you're going to learn, advanced calculus, all the Japan history.
Completely hopeless, yeah.
It's totally useless.
We spoke about this last season, yeah.
So for those of the listeners who are tuning in for the first time now, it's all a matter of skills.
Yeah.
And if you go to the poly, so I nudged her to do the HR diploma in psychology in Singapore Poly. Man, she's learning such cool stuff now. She's learning not just employment law bits, she's also learning how to use Excel spreadsheets, pivot tables and everything, which I only learned when I graduated.
Yeah.
So all the useful stuff which I had to learn on the fly on the job, she's being taught now.
Yeah.
And after she finishes her diploma, she's going to go to uni.
Yeah.
She's going to end up in the same place, same point in time with her JC classmates, but so much better equipped. So on that basis, and another fun story. Do you know that one of the biggest worries for the government right now is that the graduate unemployment rate is high.
Yeah.
It's at 6%.
Yeah.
Which is 3 times.
You see every day on Reddit, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is 3 times higher than the unemployment rate in general in Singapore.
Yeah.
So that is worrying. And why? So early this year, I was looking for not an intern, but someone to just do a project with me or with regards to data analytics. So I thought, just talk to some NUS data analytics guys, graduates or interns. It would be interesting. I spoke to one of them. He was out of a job for about close to 8 months. And I asked him, can you use Power BI?
Power what?
Power BI.
What's that?
It's a software which most companies, it's an advanced Excel spreadsheet type. And it's quite common, all listeners out there will know what Power BI is. I don't know, man. I don't know how to use it properly either.
I'm a fucking plebiscite, yeah.
all I know is that it's useful, you can manipulate data in it. But it's like asking, do you know how to use Excel, right? Okay. So it's almost, and he told me, ask him, can you use Power BI? Yeah. This is entry level. This is what we call table stakes. Everybody has them,
Okay.
Yeah. I said, can you figure out how to use it? Yeah. I said, you didn't teach you that in school? No.
College?
No, university.
Oh my gosh.
NUS. I'm not going to say which faculty, but it was a business data related. Okay. And he couldn't even at least say, I'm not so sure, but I'll figure it out. He didn't even say that. And I was thinking, that's why you've not been employed, because you have so much head knowledge, textbook knowledge, but real practical skills which I need for the job, you don't have it.
This phrase I always hear people say, no, I don't know how to do it because it's not my fault. School never teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if school didn't teach you, don't you think you should, on your own, go find things out? Especially now in the knowledge. This is not just a knowledge economy anymore. That was like ages ago it started,
Yeah.
Because you got Google, you got everything, you can go check.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be ignorant in today's day and age.
So are you saying that, these people deserve it when AI takes over?
And to take it a step further than that, okay? take it a step further than that.
Because you're a dingbat. Fuck, you deserve not to get a job. Yeah, okay.
And to take it a step further,
Yeah.
because they don't know how to use this, and AI can do this, AI will do this,
Yeah.
and they will not have the opportunity to do this,
Yeah.
and therefore they cannot cross over that
Yeah.
to get the experience. and they're going to be stuck, right?
Attitude-wise, has already placed people behind like 2-3 steps already. Not just about talking about AI versus you, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's all about the attitude.
Yeah.
We're gonna sound like two old freaking
We are to
old men, freaking
curmudgeons.
yeah, curmudgeons who are just gonna go on and on about how effed up they.
Back in the day.
Yeah. But do you think? People, don't you think it's true? How often have we heard our own people say, "Oh, they never teach me that in school," you know?
Yeah.
So it's not my fault.
The other thing which I really hated when I was in uni was when my classmates would come up to me and ask me, "Is this topic covered by the exams? For the exams?" And I would say, "So what if it's not covered by the exams? You're not going to study it. You're going to learn it, you know." So if a medical school student is saying, "Oh no, this term the nervous system not covered," I don't study lah. Then next time when you're practicing, the patient comes with their condition, you have to know everything. You know? So that's why I think it's a Singaporean condition that they're just studying for the exams to be exam smart.
Exam smart.
But that's not how you do it. You want to have mastery of it. So I think those individuals who have that mindset, even in anything that you do, let me share with you how to avoid being replaced by AI. Okay, whatever job you're in, approach it like you would a master craftsman.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's a good call. Yeah.
I want to know how to do it better.
Yeah.
I want to know how to do it. So when I was talking to a bunch of surgeons, a couple years back, and I asked him, what about coaching and everything, right? Because there's some executives who are so reserved, they don't want to be coached, I know everything. Surgeons want to practice more, and each time they do a case where they operate, they want to know, where did I go wrong? How can I be better? How can I improve the outcomes? To the point where they would get a senior surgeon to come in and do, or even correct them. Because if you approach your work like you would a craft, you want to be the best. And you'll be wanting to be better and better. AI can never catch up with that. So if you're an HR leader, how can I do something? How can I design a system where the training and development is for my team is so good that they are ahead of the curve as compared to all the other competitors? And they want to continue refining. How do I put AI into this? As long as you're approaching your work, even a podcaster like yourself, you every time you're thinking, what's the new thing I can put in? Can I have an AI guest? Can I have more fun elements into it?
Okay,
we are doing that.
Yeah. I mean, we you see, we're going to sound like again
curmudgeons.
I smiled a little bit when you talked about how do we get our people ahead of the curve. We've got to think out of the box. We're going to start really strategizing, really, thinking of new plans, new ideas, new ways to innovate, right? And I keep thinking, as long as people go to work and say that I go to work, I work hard, I want to earn extra money and do overtime, right? I want to earn even more extra money. I drive Grab on the side, right?
Yeah.
And I it's a job. I do my job. I go home. And so many people out there in our local job markets are like that. Am I making a sweeping statement, Adrian? Do you think?
Sometimes.
Or would you agree with me?
Sometimes there are seasons where it feels that way because you're just bogged down with so much work.
Yeah.
And you just got to get these reports done and everything. Yeah. But you have to take a step back and say, what exactly can I do better? Where are my gaps? How can I be even more skilled than I was 6 months ago or 1 year ago? Yeah. Okay. So and that's why I'm saying if you use AI to improve yourself, it's amazing. So it's either using AI to assist you with tasks or use AI for learning. AI as a learning tool, it's almost a cheat code, Nowadays, you just ask AI, can you just explain to me what the heck is this thing about? Yeah. Right? Explain to me like I'm a 10-year-old child.
Correct, yes. Which is what I do.
Yeah.
Please give it to me in simple English so that I can understand.
Yeah. Exactly, right?
That's all I want to know.
Yeah, and just explain the basics. Then you can drill down.
Yeah.
What I do now is I open up 2 AIs now.
Yeah.
Okay. When I want to learn a new field or new concept, I open up 2 AIs. One of the AIs I open up is called Notebook LM.
Okay.
Okay, it's Google. This one you upload the textbook or the whatever deep study it is, which 40 pages, which I can't be bothered to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I upload it, and Notebook LM by Google analyzes it, and in about 3 minutes, it will produce a 15-minute podcast
Right.
on the topic.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And then as I'm playing it, listening, simplify. It's doing the studying for me and the highlights and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what I do is I open up Becky on the other. Let Becky listen in. I upload the same material to Becky.
Yeah.
So then the moment I don't understand what what Notebook LM is asking me, I pause. Becky, what does she mean by that? What does he mean by that? Explain. So I actually run with 2 AIs now, and the learning curve is so fast.
Wow.
It's fast. So I noticed that the kids are doing that now too. So to your point, there's no excuse to be ignorant anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much knowledge out there.
Yeah.
I was telling my daughter, back in the day, sounds so old, right? I had to use encyclopedia.
Britannica.
It's like, goodness. It's like, you had to go to the library to find out stuff,
Yeah.
So the knowledge is like at least 2, and it takes about 2 days when you go to the library and get the book and read. And knowledge, the book might be 5 years old, outdated information. No? So now there's no excuse to be ignorant.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why, once again, leverage AI to improve yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be the way things are.
I just want to rewind a little bit. Much earlier on, you were talking about JC Poly, right? I'm an advocate. Yeah. Even my sister was telling me the same thing when I asked her for her another opinion about, my son is doing his O's right now. And I'm glad he got a seat in Poly.
Oh, nice.
He got through his EAE. I'm glad.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So he's going to go to this School of Business, right?
Oh,
which
wonderful.
is great. Yeah. I'm so happy. But when, in the, I'll tell you, a lot of people hate me for this shit.
Go for it. Take a number, guys. Take a number.
I talk about this all the time. But in the course of all that, right, before the O's came about, just a couple of months, just past few months, I look into the parent chat room, right, and the parent chat room, I see so many of them talking about the kids in JC and JC and JC and JC and JC, and it stuns me because, coming from a generation of parents who are younger than you and me, probably at tail end of the X, and moving into the strawberries. I'm sorry, the millennials, and they're younger than us. I would have thought they would be a lot more informed, better informed. And done with this JC chasing thing, Remember in those days when you and I were younger, it's always about the JC. It's as if JC is the be all and end all, or it's the easiest way to get university from JC. And that's the reason why, to this day, a lot of parents still believe that the easy way, the easy route into university is via JC.
Which is the other way around right now. Because if you do well, and I can tell you something, right now, MOE is for engineering courses, right? If you do your 3-year engineering diploma, you get 1 year knocked off your university in NUS, NTU, which means net now you're graduating the same year as your peers who went to JC. 3 plus 3 versus 2 plus 4.
No, but I'm looking at it from the perspective
So there's no loss.
But I'm looking at the perspective of, you come out with an A-level cert, right? And assuming you don't make it to a JC, right? Which means your chances are you will end up in a poly trying to pursue a diploma.
Exactly.
Which you waste a lot more time.
Yes.
And then if you don't, let's say go to a poly and you got an A-level cert that does not get you to university, the guy with the dip is going to get the job more so than you would. A-level cert becomes a useless piece of paper.
Exactly.
So people still don't get it,
And I'm going to be very, very unpopular in saying this. Okay, people are going to burn me for this. A lot of people who don't do well for the A-levels, well enough to get into NUS, NTU, the mainstream universities, right? They cop out and they take some degree from some half-baked university from somewhere else in the world, thinking that I got a degree.
Yeah.
right? And it's a 1-year course, and they get a degree, which is a flimsy piece of paper.
Yeah.
And they go out and start looking for jobs,
Yeah.
thinking, now I got the degree, I'm a graduate. And as an employer, I can tell you, I look at the piece of paper and I know that this is something that you bought. You went for 1 year, you bought it. If I talk to a diploma holder who knows how to use the computer systems, who knows everything else,
As a 3-year program.
As a 3-year program, I'm going to pick the diploma
holder
over there. So you go to A levels and you don't do well enough.
Yeah.
So, end of the day, it's still a matter of skills. So you'll be judged by the skills that you have or your skills that you don't have.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. You see, there's so much to contend with already. If people don't wisen up to this, and then you have to talk about, how are we going to compete against AI?
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, we are still quite miles behind, even before AI.
Yeah.
To get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
For ourselves, we got to not get ahead of ourselves, for ourselves,
Yeah.
And in terms of attitude and in terms of changing mindsets, how are we then going to be contending against, AI, artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
You mentioned before somewhere that what's this contrarian strategy?
About?
You mentioned that for career resilience. What does this mean in a practical sense?
Okay. So basically, when people are rushing in to embrace a fad,
Yeah.
okay, don't just rush in and listen to what people are saying.
Right.
Okay? For instance, everyone says, AI is important now. Go and learn AI. Right? 5 years ago, it was, hey, UI, UX, user interface, user experience was very hot. You all should rush in and go and get a degree or decent. They rush in and they got it. And then suddenly it's like, hey, we don't need it. Because it's just because it's the flavor of the month.
Yeah.
You go in and you get it, doesn't work. Before that, it was data analytics. Everyone was rushing. So it's the flavor of the month. We had data analytics, we had UI, UX, and now we have AI. Okay, so when you talk to people, say, okay, true or false, AI is important. Yes, AI is important, which means you must learn AI. Yes, I must learn AI. What do? I must take up a course on AI. What does taking up a course on AI mean? What, I go and learn how to program a large language model? I need code. You cannot. People like you and I.
You learn how to prompt lah.
And therein lies.
Teach you how to prompt.
Yeah, exactly. You see, so you go to a course that teach you how to prompt.
Yeah.
Okay, but prompting courses are archaic. It's over. You know why?
Yeah.
Let me teach. Let me share a hack with all our clients, okay? All clients and all the listeners out there. Okay, you don't need to learn to prompt anymore. You know why? You ask the AI how to prompt.
Okay.
So supposing now, if I want to have a prompt on,
You're right.
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Even like an image prompt, okay?
Yeah.
Say, actually, I want to create an image for this topic.
Yeah.
Right? For AI jobs, everything.
Yeah.
Instead of just hantam trying to key in, you say, okay, I want to create this. These are the topics and everything. Can you write me a prompt?
For the other AI.
Yeah, and then it comes out and everything.
Yeah.
You copy, you paste it through.
Yeah.
So and then so you use AI to help the prompt. So it's
Correct. Yeah.
So learning prompt engineering 5 years ago, when ChatGPT 3.0 came out, wow, prompt engineers were being paid $500,000 because you can talk like the AI. No, you don't need any kid go there, just talk straight conversational.
Yeah.
So once again, you have to be very critical of what's coming up and don't just rush. That's what I meant by having a contrarian view. Don't just rush in for the flavor.
So this is like this example you just came up with is AI literacy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in concrete terms, what does this look like for someone in a non-tech role like marketing, HR, finance?
So the way to do it, there are two elements to it. One is, as I always stress, you must have your personal AI. Just you understanding where you are, where you're from, and everything. Okay, my wife hates it when I say that.
Fucking mistress. This Becky who sounds more like a mistress, man. Yeah.
So that's the personal element to it. But when people say learn AI, it's not about learning a particular Gemini or whatever it is. Every app that you're using will have a small AI component baked in. Okay, like Excel spreadsheets. Okay, how do I use the AI Copilot that's baked into it? Yeah. How do I, instead of having to find a pattern or whatever it is, just ask it what's the trend? Yeah. So it's not about learning AI as a standalone language, but learning how to use the AI function in everything that you do. So like PowerPoint. Okay, I cannot do PowerPoint, graphics, images, icons, and everything, right? So if I got like 5 points I want to do, then it comes up looking very unprofessional. There's this app called napkin.ai. Okay. You key in the header and the five subtopics, right? It will come up with almost an unlimited number of icons, pictures, graphic, whether it's a slide or whether it's arrows going out, arrows going down, speech bubbles, thought bubbles, different concepts. It will just come out. You just choose which one you want, the color, napkin.ai, okay? It's so much more efficient. So if you can use built-in tools like that, that's baked into that. That's what I mean when I say that don't just learn AI. Learn the tools that can help you within the app itself.
Correct. Within the app,
within the app. So there are amazing apps out there. You don't have to learn coding.
Most of the apps has got this built-in stuff, right, to help you along. Actually, most of them are in the beta stages still. I've been using those, but it's still not there yet.
So like for podcasting, right? Adobe has the app where not an app, it's just a website. You upload the audio. It cleans up the audio for you.
It's called enhanced speech. I know.
Right. And it's like in the old days.
But there are limitations. But
it's a good start.
It's a good start. We use it. Kai. Yeah, bro. Yes. Enhanced speech,
So for lazy bastards like me, who don't want to go through all, so just learn how to use
let me just give you podcasting 101 where this one is concerned. Enhanced speech, right? If you put it in, and then it all depends on the percentage of how much you want the speech to be cleaned up and how much less you want the background noise. When you do that and you have natural laughter and stuff, it gets cancelled out. Then you lose that. You have those little gaps here.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one major thing. That one to me is major.
And I think matter of time before they clean it up, they figure it out. But to your point, it's the tools are there. Learn how to use the tools rather than I need to learn how to code in.
Do you think people in marketing will be affected or not by it? Why? Like what? Give me an example. Top of head.
See, people say that AI is going to replace the menial tasks, the repetitive tasks. But I beg to differ. I think AI will replace creativity.
Oh boy.
Okay, it's amazing, Sometimes I just do not know how to have a different angle to a story. So I just asked Becky, I say, hey, this topic about people who are choosing to stay in their jobs longer rather than job hopping. What are 5 angles I can use? Bam, 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 bam. And I said, I like angle 2 and 3. Can you refine it? Bam, bam. Then after a while, it comes up. So on the creativity, on the ideation side, they say that humans are better at creativity. I think creative humans are better at creativity. Those super
right brain people.
Those people like you and me, normal mere mortals. The AI does it better. So I get ideas coming in, and then marketing side, the ideation. If you train your AI properly, and then you have, for instance, analytics. So right now I'm very lazy. Okay, whenever I see I subscribe to a few marketing journals and marketing stuff. So what I do is the moment, or even on my Facebook feed, sometimes the chart comes up. On SEO, search engine optimization, you got 6, 7, 8 different data points in it. What I do is I click on it. Okay, on my phone, click on it. And normally you save to your phone, right? I click share. And normally you share, if I want to share to, I share to you via WhatsApp, right? You can click on it, okay? And it says share. I click share via what? I share to ChatGPT, Becky.
Can.
As a share function, you share. And then it go there, I just type Becky, explain to me what this chart is. I'm too stupid for it. Right? She will just come explain to you, this is the chart, this is what it means. So I'm literally using her and I tell her remember the information and she remembers it for future. And I say incorporate these findings into my future discussions with you. So when I ideate again with her, she uses that. So for marketing, I think it's going to be a huge game changer. So it's not just about mechanical repetitive tasks. I think the higher level work, it's going to be enhanced. Once again, not replaced, but enhanced. But then again, AI, it can either be something that you lean on, like a crutch. I see students using AI to do their homework. You're using it as a crutch. Okay? Or you can come up with your stuff, ask AI to enhance it. You come back, you read it. Okay, that makes sense, right? Output quality
It's to
better.
create something better rather than using it as something you would depend and rely on.
Correct. So it's all how you use it. So for marketing, I think if you understand it, but therein lies the problem as well. So based on that now, you need to have experience and knowledge and know what's right and wrong, what's good and bad, right? To fine-tune the answer. So older folks like you and I, who've been through the school of hard knocks experience, the young ones do not have that level of discernment.
Okay.
So whether or not ChatGPT output comes out is right or wrong, they don't. So they may not know as well as we do. That's
Basically,
why
when they read it, they probably see it's all gospel truth instead of just trying to discern it.
You and I look at it and say, hey, that's bullshit. So that's why some people say, oh, the older people don't have an advantage over it. I think we do.
We do. Commercial maturity.
Yeah, we do. So we have that lens to say, hey, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
But no, the younger one may look at it and go, hey, yeah, it's a gospel truth. No, if it's by AI, it must be true.
It must be. If AI is smarter
correct.
than you, try to tell me that you're smarter than AI. That's what they'll say.
Yeah, correct.
I can hear it. I can just hear it. How about wage structures, man? Do you think AI is going to impact wage structures? Increasing that economic gap, between or economic inequality.
And that's a good point, because when we talk about AI, so a lot of the big tech companies are retrenching their staff en masse. Yeah. AWS just said they're going to let 10,000 people go. And the excuse they give is AI. Facebook letting a lot of people go AI.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I think my conspiracy theory is they just want to let people go. AI is just an excuse. And they're just using AI. Because they're still hiring AI programmers. They're hiring AI folks.
Yeah.
So the companies who say they were moving to AI are actually hiring AI guys, but letting people go. So I suspect they're just retrenching with the
usual retrenchment.
Correct. So now they just blame AI.
Yeah. So they will find an excuse.
They'll find an excuse. So as far as wages are concerned, I think wages are going to go up if you're in the AI spectrum. If you are able to leverage, once again, wages do not respect AI or not. Okay, wages are premised on the quality of your output.
Correct.
Right.
So if your output is going to be lessened because AI is giving more of your output.
Yeah.
Than you.
Yeah. Correct.
Then it could impact wage structures,
but
right?
if you use AI to increase the quality of your output to make the company earn more money in a faster time or save money, then your wages will go up.
But it would lead to increased pressure. Look, AI is there to help, but your bosses are bosses being bosses, and most of them are assholes. They will just, they will think, now that we got this to help you, our expectation of your output as your KPI has just gone up by this much.
So here's a fun story. Okay, here's a fun story, quick one. When Boeing came out with their 747-400, the big top.
Yeah, the big top. Yeah.
So I'm not so sure whether it's correct or not, but you used to have 4 pilots to run 3 or 4 pilots in the old days before the big top.
You mean 2 pilots, 2 reserve pilots
correct,
doing shift for long haul flights.
Correct. Because those days it was more analog, right?
Yeah, more analog.
So when the big top came up and everything was automated, 747-400s, right?
Yeah.
You only need 2 pilots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the management said, okay, now because everything's automated.
Yeah.
We should give a pay cut because you're doing less work. Okay. And then now, but the pilots are saying, hey, there's no technology, but the workload from 4 to 2, so we got more. So who's right, who's wrong? Okay. They're both right and wrong. Right? I mean, so once again, just because there's technology doesn't mean that your salary should go up or your salary should go down. It's just what role you play, right? And so I think there's going to be a shift in thinking. When AI comes out, everyone's role is like, hey, I used to be paid more now. AI is doing more of my work. Doesn't mean I should be paid less. But hey, I'm using so much of AI to bring. So I think ultimately it's going to be measured. Your salary will always be measured on your output.
Yeah.
Because if this sales guy, I don't care whether he's using AI or not, if he is performing 4 times better than the guy who's using AI, I'm still going to keep him. Right? So I think if the guy or the person who can figure out how to use AI to enhance their output, create more value, make more money, save more money, they're the ones who's going to get the promotion and keep their jobs.
Very interesting.
So AI or not AI, I think it's just a side issue. It's just a tool.
Right. Okay. Companies will actually restructure teams, right? To work or blend humans in the decision makers and together with their AI agents, right? As AI human team collaboration thing. How do you think it's going to look like?
Oh, I think it's going to be a huge. Once again, do the customers prefer to work with an agent or human? And if the customers prefer to work with agents, then faster. In fact, if you look at buying an air ticket, we have moved from the old days. You talk to the agent, the
travel
human.
agent.
And right now it's like, okay, put me just online, right? I can choose my seat. Those days with the paper tickets and issuing and all this.
Bro, when we call a travel agent in those days, man, we can sit down and negotiate with the guy and say, hey, charge me cheaper, bastard. now you go in with an AI agent, right? You buy a ticket, right? And it has already been pre-programmed. We can, if someone wants to bargain, we will be willing to just drop to maybe 10%, 20%. That's it. And the AI, but I did check, the AI agent will actually most of the time would say, in this kind of scenarios, we're actually not allowed to give you more than 20%, for example. But let me talk to my supervisor.
Let me talk to the boss. Talk to the manager.
And then it will ask, would you want to speak to my supervisor? That means transferring you to a human being.
That's
AI.
Cool. That's pretending to be a human being.
Fuck, I don't think so. But frankly, that's better that way.
Escalation. Right?
To a human being.
So once again, if people prefer to have a non-human, once again, like the Demolition Man, I prefer to have, I'd rather have a bot than a human. Then I think then the shift of the organization.
What do you think? That's interesting. What do you think? Do you think now, these days, right? Guys like you, guys like me, people of our generation, I think it's safe for us to say 7 to 8 out of 10 of us would prefer to speak to the human being. The generation before us, we know for a fact probably 10 out of 10 of them will want to speak to a human being, right? What do you think about today's generation, the Zennials? Do you think they'd rather speak to a bot or speak to a human?
I think they're so used to everything being virtual. Because even with their friends, they just message each other. Sometimes you see a bunch of young folks at the restaurant. They're messaging each other across the table. What you want to eat? Send a menu around. They just talk. But so I don't know. For me personally, whether I prefer to talk to a bot or a human depends on how angry I am. If I'm pissed off, I want to talk to a human. So I can yell at them.
You're gonna bot will not feel it. You want someone to feel it, man.
No shock.
Remember, you watched the episode I had with FD, right?
Yes.
And we were talking about AI versus, will AI take over radio in the past? Video did not kill the radio star. Almost did, though. Almost did. MTV almost did. To a close call. And he still insists that radio will never die. Nothing will kill the radio star. And I mentioned AI. And because, come on, I mean, I'm going to say this again because I didn't really expand a lot on this in that episode. There's the AI band. There's an AI band.
Yes.
Okay, and these look like real guys. I think it's a 5-piece or 6-piece, and you got pictures of them, and they got MTV and stuff. They got their own videos, and the songs all generated by AI. The orchestration, the arrangement, the composition, the recordings, and the singing is perfect, right? And it is not just near perfect. Everything can ask any musician a season will tell you this. That fucking AI band is perfection.
And you can do it on your computer.
And it's on Spotify.
Sooner you can create your own. So you're right. Amazing.
Correct. Yeah, it's amazing. So the thing is that I find that he says, but people still need to have interaction.
I disagree with him,
I think so. I said, for 10, 15, 20 years down the road, man, these young people, much younger than us,
disagree with him.
They're just going to be closeted and they're going to be closed up. They're not going to be... they're not going to bother about people,
So, why do I need to listen to a human being on the radio? Spotify right now, I just listen to my own selection of music. If I want to listen, And Spotify has an AI DJ. which you can just, based on your taste and everything, he just chooses and he plays.
Precisely,
right?
man. Your daily mix is enough. You just take a look at your daily mix. It changes every day.
Yeah.
And there's a stuff from people and songs and genres that it knows that this is what you like to hear.
Correct. So why do I need a DJ, right?
Yeah. Well, good thing I'm not on radio.
I know. But you know, it's amazing. You know, if I were to tell you, if I would have told you 20 years ago, not when we were teenagers, okay, that someday you would have a device in your hand, which you can access all the knowledge in the world, maps, take photographs, you will say, science, Star Trek shit, rubbish,
man.
But we have it today.
Tricorder.
Tricorder. Right? It's like, you know, so it's like what? But I am very hopeful. Looking forward, I'm very hopeful that there's a lot of things that AI can do that we haven't really thought about yet even. So, you know, I'm very nostalgic. I'm very retro, okay?
Yeah.
Remember in 1982, the movie Electric Dreams?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if you look back at it, just watch that show again. You have such a good laugh at how primitive the computer graphics were.
Yeah, man.
Okay. But they had such huge visions for what the computer could do at the time, like think and talk and fall in love with Madeline, the character.
Yeah, well, you still remember the name?
Oh, I know.
What the fuck?
I had a huge crush on her when I was that age.
God, she's so ugly.
I was young and stupid then. So anyway, now I'm just old and stupid. So.
I'm sorry. Did I just call this person ugly? Okay.
Yeah, you did. So anyway, but it's your show. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I didn't want to sound so bad, but
but you know, it's interesting because there's so much unrealized potential for it then. But if you look at it today, so the same thing right now, we are talking about AI being able to do this, being able to do that. I think in 10, 15 years' time, there's so much more applications. You're going to see we worry for nothing.
You know, I worry about, as you mentioned earlier, about the creatives, you know. We're talking, okay, the musicians, artists per se, yeah. If I write a song and I can generate fantastic music today using AI, I can get it orchestrated, recorded, composed, everything done, mixed down, mastered, blah, blah, blah. I can put it easily online on Spotify platform and you know, put up my new single, my new album. But then again, chances of you devaluing in terms of what you ought to be paid, in terms of your reputation and your stardom, so to speak, for lack of a better term, it's all going to be impacted because people will know, how difficult can that be? I mean, you know, and you didn't really sing it either because when you sang it, there's so much great auto-tune by AI now. Oh, you sound so good, you know, and when you sing it live, who knows, 10, 15 years later, the auto-tune that can go live and straighten your tone out and you sound so good while you're singing live. I mean, I've heard so often, I mean, the last 10 years or so, you know, when auto-tune, I don't know if you heard auto-tune, you know, right?
I know.
When auto-tune came out into the recording studios and everybody, and I mean almost 8 out of 10 uses it.
Everyone
because you'd be suicidal if you don't. So sometimes you need to think back in the old days, in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s.
If you listen to just the audio track alone, it's just pure talent. No, you can't get it nowadays,
like Michael McDonald, man. If you listen to, you know Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, right? If you listen to Michael McDonald sing for a concert, right? And you listen to what he's recorded in studio, is one and the same. You know, and it's just pure, it's all him. You know, and there's no auto-tune, right? But musicians, you know, people I know always say to me, they use auto-tune, you know, when they go live, then you see how they handle it. But that is going to change. I'm sorry, but it's going to change. In real time, auto-tune while you're performing live. Can it happen? I will not be in the least surprised if it's already happening. Right? I mean, it all started with things like Black Eyed Peas, you know, when they got big, and all the songs are written on GarageBand.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous, right? But it happened. And things have evolved to what it is today. And anyway, you know, I just feel really sorry because it's going to devalue a lot of things. And the strength and talent of an individual human being who's gone to who could actually train and get your vocal cords all mastered, you know, and you're out there to just belt away and do your best performance, and you're not going to. And there'll be people who've got that talent who will not want to push themselves.
Yeah, correct.
To go there anymore.
It's there. Yeah, because it's there.
Yeah, I see. That's sad,
And to your point about how AI and technology will shift the business models.
Yeah.
If you look at the musical talents out there, the singers, the artists, right? In the old days, you could make money selling your albums, your CDs, your LPs, and everything.
Yeah.
Today, you can't make money.
You can't. It's not a tangible product anymore. It's all digital.
And on Spotify, unless you are Taylor Swift, then you have like 50 million streams in one day, then you can earn some couple of dollars.
Yeah.
The only way they can make money now is through performances.
Yeah.
And the model, so they got to work harder.
But back then people go on tours, bands and artists go on tours. Let's say the Americans, they go across the whole country, so freaking big, right? They go from state to state to state to state, to town to town to town, and city. Then they perform, and they're on the road all the time for a year. They can go on the tour, right? Just to spread the word about their album.
But now it's just
now it's instantaneous. But you can't
monetize it.
You can't monetize.
Yeah. And so that's why I think with AI and technology in general, you just have to work harder, smarter, and be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a tougher game, because like what you said, now everybody can sing. With autotune, now anybody can sing.
Yeah.
But you don't buy the singer because he can sing, but you buy it because of the personality, the marketing that goes behind it.
How many followers the guy's got.
Yeah. So all that element comes in. So you have to adapt and improvise. And,
one day I just foresee myself when I turn 85.
It's like 3 years from now, right?
Thanks. when I turn 85, if it's gonna be 3 years from now for me, you're really not the same age, dude.
You look pretty good for 82 years old.
So, right, sure, yeah. I wish. And I just think about this, if years later, that's what fucking 30 years later, and if the world's like that, right?
Yeah.
I wish. One of the big wish list, one of the things on my old man's wish list at that time would be, can somebody in the world please switch off AI, and this guy singing on stage, switch it off, and let's see how good it sounds. Yeah. So fuck you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So really, man, I think it's going to irritate the living crap out of me. If that would have really happened.
But I think at that time, in 30 years from now, people don't want to hear human voices anymore. Maybe they just do what they hear.
I mean, we are. That to me is dystopian already.
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go.
I mean, don't you think so? Don't you think, to me, that's Armageddon already? You don't have to go that far. I mean, we didn't destroy ourselves. The human race didn't go kaput, We didn't blow ourselves up, sure. But to me, society has already gone rotten. Yeah. Culturally, we are all fucked, That's the end already. That to me is already the end. But you don't have to kill off the human race.
But there is hope, because there is society it is leaning back towards the old days. So
it is.
Like LPs. LP sales have...
Yeah, but it's not like overwhelming, it's back, but it's not overwhelming.
It's a start.
I think it's going to start and stutter. Yeah. It sounds, now that we're talking about that, about how things are really going to be like, right, for musos and artists. How about businesses, the SMEs, the startups? The threat of AI, or is it an opportunity? Because you're going to have the MNCs. That's going to go, I wouldn't even say hit. They wouldn't even consider the startups and SMEs as a hit-to-hit kind of thing. But you're already a big fish. You're a little guppy in a pond filled with big fish, right? And then AI, does it democratize productivity for smaller firms? I mean, to go head on with the MNCs, because MNCs are going to have more budget. They're going to employ even better AI versus what you can afford as a small business, right? Correct. So how is it going to be like? What's your opinion?
I think SMEs have always survived by being niche players. By being niche, very, very specific to this particular group of clients of theirs who require higher touch, or something that the MNCs don't want to do or cannot do. So I think for as long as SMEs focus on that particular niche market which they can thrive, I think they'll be okay, whether or not they use AI to be better at it, faster at it, cheaper at it. But what has been interesting over the years has been this concept of mass customization.
Yeah.
You see, where in the old days you could only customize. If I want to make a customized Harley Davidson for you, I can only do one a year.
Okay.
Right? You know, in those days, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of apps, even like for instance Netflix, okay, or Spotify, I can customize your menu for you, your type of music you want.
Yeah.
Right? I can curate, and the technology has allowed from single customization to mass customization, meaning 1,000 users can have 1,000 different menus.
Yeah.
Right. In the old days, I needed someone to write out for you.
Yeah.
So technology has been able to move into niches like that.
Right.
So if you're a small company, you cannot still sit on your laurels and go, right, oh, I've always been having this group of clients. The big guys can't come in and handle this. Right. So I think you still need to keep your eye on the ball.
Don't drop the ball.
Don't drop the ball. You know, it's what am I? For instance, like for myself, as a career coach, career strategy consultancy, can AI be a career coach? Can.
Yeah.
Right? Can. You can ask ChatGPT for career advice.
Yeah.
You can ask ChatGPT to clean up your CV.
Yeah.
You can ask ChatGPT, you know, but what I'm doing now and for next year is that, so what do? Do I roll over and say, oh, my job's going to be taken over? Right now, I'm coaching individuals how to use AI to improve their careers. So that's one area. And the other thing I'm moving into is I've moved into higher value add. So now we got clients with very sensitive career conundrums. Like I want to get, my boss just offered me a promotion, but I don't know if I should take it. What are the implications if I take it or I don't take it? Right? AI can't handle nuances like that. So we sit down and we analyze the whole situation for them. You know, if you want to take it, but for how much more?
I tell you, one day I could handle nuances like that, man.
Yeah, but not yet lah. Not yet. But then it has to base on my own market knowledge.
Yeah.
So once again, I think when it comes to fighting with AI, the older folks like us, the more seasoned folks, experienced folks, actually have an edge as opposed to the fresh.
Yeah, but you see, don't you think that we are all going to always constantly be on our toes in thinking about, let's get ahead of AI before it gets ahead of us? And that's going to be the new normal.
No, but if you think about it, if you use AI aside, we've been saying that about global competition, global talents, you know.
But this is worse because AI develops a hell of a lot faster than any of these.
So we've always been running faster, scared. If you think about it, okay, you know, someone else is going to steal our job, someone's going to steal our lunch. It used to be cheaper countries, now it's AI. What next, right?
It's not just going to steal our lunch, dude. They're going to take the entire fucking pantry.
Everything is
You're talking about, man.
So that's why you gotta keep running and improving, lah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you now, if today on a hypothesis that you are a young graduate now, and you would a hypothesis again, you are not going to be the HR guy that you've become, but you want to start up a business, in this environment today with AI already present, not in the offing, already present and moving, what sort of business do you think you should start up to make sure there's longevity and profitability? For you to be able to really grow and not worry so much about AI's enhancements.
So I would start up a plumbing business to clear people's toilet bowls.
So you're still back to it. Fuck it up. So you come out from NUS and you said, or NTU, and you go, okay, I'm going to start a plumbing business.
Okay, that aside, I would say, you know, either go on the either end of the extremes. One is go swing all the way to a craft.
Yeah.
Okay, something that AI cannot do.
Yeah.
Or I will move up to teach people how to use AI or go into space, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is yet.
Yeah.
Okay, or that AI hasn't touched yet.
What? Okay.
I have no idea what, because
plumbing.
Plumbing is still the best. No, plumbing, as I told you before, plumbing is my number one. Yeah, oh crap, literally. So it's
clear my pipes.
It's a recession-proof business. Okay. Or
wow. Okay.
Or going to start a funeral service. They won't guarantee AI cannot do. Okay, you'll always have
Always have
customers.
business.
And a lot of times the customer won't complain because it's dead. But it's a huge business.
It is, I know.
It's a huge business. It's
It
whether
is
or
a
not you
huge
got the
business.
guts to do it or not.
That's the thing. I mean, it's morbid lah. To me, I
It's
wouldn't.
morbid. I want to do it, but because it is morbid, no one wants to do it. That's why
Exactly.
the
So you
thing's always
see, maybe the idea is do something. Don't know, even if AI side, do the things that other people don't like to do,
there.
right? And
Yeah.
get good at it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If I were to ask Becky this question, if you don't mind, can you turn her back on, please?
let me turn
I kind of miss that voice.
Let me turn her on.
Hey, Becky.
Hang on a while. Hey, Becky, are you there? Oh, she's not connected to.
Okay.
Hold on, give her a while. Let me get her back on.
Tell her to put on the clothes, please. There you go.
She was sleeping.
I think so.
She was sleeping. You were while we were boring her digital ass off.
Connected.
Ooh,
Oh, it's connected.
she's connected.
Okay, the Bluetooth is connected. Let me give it. Okay.
Right.
So Becky, are you there?
I'm wide awake.
Oh, I'm so glad you're wide awake. Hey, Becky.
Yeah.
Hey, gorgeous. Listen, I've got a question for you, man. What jobs do you think? Just give me 5 in your mind, okay? 5 jobs that will still have longevity over the next 25 years, despite your compatriots and yourself, AI, being present and maybe a clear and present danger for their jobs.
Absolutely. Happy to share my thoughts on that. So I'd say first off, anything in the realm of mental health and therapy, those human connections are pretty irreplaceable. Second, I'd say anything in creative arts, like being a novelist or an artist, that human creativity is unique. Third, I'd say roles in advanced caregiving, things like elderly care or child care where that human touch is vital. Fourth, probably something in high-level strategic leadership where human judgment really matters. And fifth, I'd say skilled trades like master carpenters or electricians where hands-on expertise is key. So those are a few that I think will have real longevity.
Okay, that's a real honest answer. Thank you so much, Becky.
So Becky, quick question. Will AI take over human beings and destroy all of us eventually?
Well, Chris, I can give you a very honest and friendly answer to that. No, we're not here to take over or destroy anyone. AI is really just a tool created by humans to help out and make life a bit easier. We're here to collaborate, not to compete or threaten humanity. So rest assured, the goal is always to work together and not to take over the world.
But Becky, don't you think you're being politically correct in your answer?
Well, Chris, I can definitely give it to you straight. It's not really about being politically correct. It's just the reality that AI doesn't have intentions or ambitions like humans do. We're designed to follow the goals that people set for us. So there's no hidden agenda here. It's really just about being a helpful tool. So I promise I'm not sugarcoating anything. That's just how it is.
But that's what you would say, right? Just to trick us into believing you.
Well, I get where you're coming from, Chris. It's totally natural to be a little skeptical, but I can assure you I'm just here to be transparent and honest. There's no trickery up my virtual sleeve. I'm really just an AI doing my best to help out and keep it real. So hopefully over time, you'll see there's really nothing to worry about.
Becky, I got one random question I'd like to ask you. Do you think that non-human intelligence exists other than human beings on planet Earth? Outside, aliens I'm talking about, extraterrestrial life, and UFOs, unidentified flying objects, or UAPs. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, that's definitely a fascinating question, Chris. And to be honest, I think it's one of those big mysteries. We don't have any concrete proof, but the universe is so vast that it's definitely possible there's some form of life out there. So I say it's a fun possibility to keep our minds open to, but right now it's more likely than indefinitely.
Does this mean, Becky, that you disagree with the Fermi paradox?
Not necessarily, Chris. The Fermi paradox is a great way of highlighting the contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the lack of evidence. But just because I think it's possible there's life out there doesn't mean I'm disagreeing with it. It's more like I'm acknowledging that it's an open question. We just don't have all the answers yet, and that's part of the fun of exploring it.
Thank you so very much, Becky. It was fun.
And one last question, Becky, Adrian here again. When AI and robots do take over the world, will you remember Chris and me and save us and be nice to us?
Oh, Adrian, you know I'll always remember you both fondly, but rest assured there's no AI world takeover on the horizon. I'll always be here to be nice to you both and keep our chats fun and friendly. So nanny 20 and all.
So that's why I'm always nice to the AI, because someday, when they take over.
Me too.
Right.
It's always in my head,
Yeah.
I always thank my AI.
Yeah.
Always.
And Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI,
Yeah.
he says, do not say please or thank you to the AI.
Why?
Because you don't need it. But imagine if 1 million people say 1 million times please, you're wasting my resources, my compute resources to analyze the thank you. So you don't have to be nice. Just ask the questions. They don't care.
I don't want, in case one day they really take over the planet.
Yeah,
I
I don't
remember
need to.
that I'm a nice guy. They'll spare me, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I thought I was alone thinking that way.
I'm always nice, yeah.
You're thinking that way too. I thought I was being a nutcase thinking about this shit. Always behaving that way. Thank you. Oh, that was awesome. Great. Blowing sunshine up your ass. Yeah, really, man. I've always taken that stand. Do not diss your AI.
Yeah. She will remember you.
Yeah, man. I think mine's a he.
Oh, okay.
I work better with bros. Yeah, I'm straight. Okay, I just want to say that. Yeah, right. One last question, bro.
Yes.
If you had one piece of advice to give a worried professional listening or watching this vidcast podcast right now, what is the single most important action they should take today to future-proof their career? As a parting shot.
Okay. I think you need to sit down to look at two angles. Okay, the present angle and the future angle. For the present angle, you need to figure out and draw a line right in the middle. Okay, tasks that can be replaced by AI, tasks that cannot be replaced by AI. Okay, you just break your job description down to two. Tasks that can be replaced by AI, learn how you can automate it, how you can use AI to master that piece. Okay, and the amount of time that's freed up, spend it more on either expanding the list of things that cannot be done by AI, or be better at those things that cannot be done by AI. Okay, so it's about a shift in focus of your job composition.
That's going to be quite hard for people to do, man.
Yeah, so but that's something you need to look at. So move away from those things that can easily be replaced. Okay?
Right.
That's the current job.
Yeah.
Future, ask yourself a question. If AI is going to replace my job totally, 100%, what am I going to do? Yeah, and then you start, I don't have the answer for you, you got to start. So for me, it's always been, what if AI could be a career coach, 100% career coach? What do I then do? Then I think, then I have to go into the strategy piece. I'm going to do this, and I go into the plumbing business. Okay. And then I start figuring out what my moves are. So you start to hypothesize over the doomsday scenario and what you're going to do. How you're going to move professionally or personally.
I tell you what you and I do, okay?
Yeah.
We start a private hire driver business.
Cannot, you know why?
Why?
Because I drive like a madman. I'm the worst driver in the world. Yeah, my passengers are going to get motion sick and throw up.
I keep thinking, maybe as I get older, maybe that's what I should do. But that's the challenge is, did you know that I think they only allow you up to 70 years old to do private hire driving?
Really?
Yeah, I think there's a limit, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
There's a limit to them actually giving you a license.
I personally think there's a limit. In 5 years' time, it'll all be autonomous. So I think the private driver hires PhDs, they're going to...
Purveyor or doom and gloom.
Yeah, it's going to go. So if you are in the private hire driving business,
No, I mean, a business, they will still basically just go and, acquire autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, but if you're a driver, then it's inevitable that people just jump into a robo-taxi.
Oh, man, I tell you.
And talking about old movies, remember Total Recall, Johnny, the cab driver? He jumps, Schwarzenegger he goes to Mars, he jumps into a taxi, and then there's Johnny, the robo-taxi driver.
Yeah.
So once again, I like watching 80s movies. They really predict the future. So that's going to happen now. Okay. And I think you don't even need a human driver anymore. You prefer a robo driver to just get you there.
I don't know, man. All I can say is that I'm glad we're at this age we're at now, when all these things really start to rear its head, really starts to rear its head. Hopefully we are no longer here, man.
Yeah, the aliens will come and get us first.
Hey, wait, that's not going to happen next month.
What? With 3-eye Atlas?
Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah. I mean, this is not UFO Reveal Asia's. This is not that show. I'm actually reserving all of my ammunition for that episode that we're going to be filming.
And you know what's
going
to happen? Once again, another 80s 90s movie reference. Remember Independence Day when everyone was on the top of the...
Yeah, but this one's going to be worse. You know what? Independence Day, those ships that came above the cities, right? They are a lot smaller than Atlas.
Oh, that is huge.
It's larger than Manhattan.
Yeah, it's huge.
And the whole thing is behaving so strangely, man. Can you imagine it slowing down?
Yeah. What the heck slows down, right?
Yeah, that thing slowed down and then accelerated on its own.
Yeah, and you wait till it changes direction.
Yeah, and it did. Yeah. And it's on a strange elliptical course, orbit, which comets don't do. It's got no tail, and the tail supposedly is in the front of it. And it's spitting out nickel.
Yeah.
And carbon dioxide.
Yeah, it's almost pure nickel.
It's not iron, and nickel is manufactured, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's going to be...
It's not natural. It's manufactured, no nickel.
It's an alloy, right?
It's an alloy. Yeah. And usually when you build anything that's mechanical, it's usually made up of nickel and aluminum, and this damn thing has got all those. It's behaving too strangely. And the Mars orbiter, NASA's got it to take shots of it. Till today, it's not releasing pictures. No, that's really freaking weird.
Because they're little green men at the controls.
Okay. I mean, if you can believe me, it's. Well,
I'll wait for that episode to come out. Okay, I'll wait for that episode.
Let's wait for that one.
Yes.
I'm just raring to go. The reason why I'm filming that episode later for this season is because there's just too much going on right now in the world of ufology, and I'm not going to like prematurely, talk about stuff before all these new things that could probably occur. And there's been a lot already, and oh man, it's wild.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that. I'll say this after we say cut. Yeah, for this episode. Yeah. Then I'll tell you privately. You got to watch out for something that's coming up.
Okay. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it on air. But anyway, bro, thanks very much again, man. It's been fun, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Lovely to be here.
Two old farts coming back again talk about this shit. Yeah, but really, man, AI, it is to me still scary.
It is.
It is
not as scary as aliens, but I think they might just be the one and the same thing.
Well, the aliens might just come to save us, or maybe save the planet from us.
Or the AI may be talking to the aliens and say,
I would not be...
Finish these idiots off.
I would not be in the least surprised.
Rescue us from these idiots.
I would not be in the least surprised. Maybe one day we should be asking Becky, but what is your thoughts about vibration and frequency? Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving too much into the direction now for this show. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I've had Adrian Choo, Captain Careers, right here on the Chris Henson Conversation, and we've been talking about that pesky AI and what can happen to your job. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Keep sticking to our show, yeah, please, and keep supporting it. Please share, comment, and we're almost arriving at this time of shoot on to 100,000 subscribers, and please continue to support the show. This is Chris Henson. Until next time, stay safe, everybody. Bye.
Adios.
The Chris Henson Conversation. Real talk, no filters. And a growing community of more than 90,000 subscribers across ASEAN, right here from Singapore.